Munchausen by proxy is a condition in which a parent fakes an illness in a child, and to the point where the child receives medical tests and medical treatment. It's not something that somebody has. It's an interaction between a child, a parent, and the medical profession. Well, there's a lot of different reasons, but one of the most common reasons is the parent gets some kind of enjoyment out of being with medical professionals and spending time in hospitals. People pay attention to them and listen to them. Not necessarily. No.
Yeah. Is it hereditary?
Is it hereditary? No. Well, the long-term effects could only occur if the mother or parent convinces a doctor that this child is ill to the point where they do unnecessary tests or unnecessary treatment or even unnecessary surgery. Sure.
Munchausen.
Well, it's hard because typically the parent in the Munchausen by proxy situation has some kind of medical training, so they know how to mimic certain illnesses. For example, they'll prick their finger and put blood in a urine sample, and so then doctors, can find something wrong, and then order a series of other tests to find out what's going on. Well, sometimes it's a very young child that doesn't know what's going on. If it happened with an older child, they could, but older children would tend to give it away. Well, you start to wonder if you keep coming up with symptoms that you can't explain. You also start to wonder if, when you get to the point that you can't explain it, they leave treatment abruptly. You start to wonder if it turns out that they've been to a lot of different hospitals. And really what it comes down to is the medical professional has to take a stand and say, look, I don't think there's anything going on here medically. Let's look at what else might be going on. Well, people started to suspect it. We ordered records from other hospitals and found similar presentations without positive findings. And basically had a big conference with everybody involved in treatment, and agreed that we wouldn't do any tests, any harmful or painful tests, until we had more evidence to go on. There was one case where they actually videotaped the parent and discovered that they were going in the room and contaminating the wound. I don't know. I mean, I think a simpler way of referring to Munchausen by proxy is that it's child abuse. But it's always hard to know what's going on, because there's plenty of people that do have apparent illnesses that don't have physical causes. Mm-hmm.